University, at Hamburg University that I'm working at. Yeah, you find additional information on this center here in front of the desk. Just take the brochures and everything with you because I won't elaborate on that. I want to go outside with you after that to kind of create a world map on languages and on you know, kind of an well, introductory thing for this workshop where we want to talk about the influences of languages and cultural backgrounds to the notion of sustainability. Because the main question is if we are really sharing the same notion of sustainability when we are talking about sustainability, not only in occasions like these, but also in different languages. And there might be different associations in different languages with different cultural backgrounds to sustainability, because it's a very abstract notion, and that's what we want to elaborate on today a little. Frank this morning already introduced the Sustainable Development Goals, so you probably know them already. So I won't talk about these again. Just want to point out that, of course, these are global goals, and that sustainability and internationalization are closely linked to each other. And the question came up this morning, how to communicate these Sustainable Development Goals and how to make sure that everyone knows about these goals. And of course, they have to be communicated. And they have to be communicated in different languages and to people from different cultural backgrounds. So it's really important to shed some light on the language topic related to sustainability when we want to make these goals as global goals in the sense that we all need a shared notion of what we are talking about. The Center for Sustainable University at Hamburg University, where I'm working at, I'm the managing director and scientific coordinator there, is an institution at our university, one of Germany's biggest universities, largest universities, where we try to get people together. It's a network organization to elaborate on the topics of sustainability, not only in research and in teaching, but also in the institution itself, for example, administration, how to construct the buildings the university is made of, and everything. This topic of sustainability at a university covers a lot of issues. So we are an interdisciplinary workforce and a research network, and we also offer consultancy for our presidium and the people who try to decide what the shape of the university and the main topics should be. We try to include all parts of the university, that is all faculties, professors as well as students. So we are really trying to be as connected as possible. We have about 100 to 200 people at the University of Hamburg being connected, like a lot of professors and people from the administration who are interested in sustainability topics and who try to work out on these topics and try to implement this idea of sustainability. But of course we have to clear what we are talking about and when we are talking about sustainability. And of course we refer to the Brundtland definition too, so it has a lot to do with intergenerational justice and how we are dealing with common goods. And the fields of action we are referring to at the University of Hamburg for sustainability are fourfold. So we have a field of action reflection on science, where we pose questions such as, what does sustainability in science actually mean, and how can we cultivate it? Related to research, of course, some of you presented already their research on sustainability-related topics or on sustainability. Of course, that's the main topic of a university, of course. but also the didactic dimension, posing questions as what are the characteristics of sustainable education and what skills are needed for sustainability, and how can we facilitate these skills and this way of sustainable education and institutional, as I pointed out, related to sustainable governance and asking how to shape the institution that it becomes more sustainable. I'll skip that. Actually, we have several teams dealing with several topics. We have a lot of actions actually that we are doing at the KMU, the Center for Sustainable University Abbreviated KMU. So we basically do fund scientific projects on sustainability at the University of Hamburg. We kind of developing together in these teams practices of sustainable education and well, working as an innovation lab for different methods. We are working a lot, so one of the reasons why I'm here, and we do a lot of other conferences and have a lot of connections with international people who are dealing with sustainability as well. And we are trying to integrate knowledge and practice because that's very important within the topic of sustainability. I won't elaborate on that, just skip that. We do have really different things we are dealing with, and one is a research collaboration on multilingualism as a resource. So that's probably not kind of a standard topic when talking about sustainability, but we have people from linguistics at Hamburg University who said, okay, what is our way to approach the topic of sustainability? Because it's relevant for everyone and for every discipline, and what's our relation to sustainability. And we set up this research collaboration according to the fields of action I just mentioned. So we basically set around the topic of multilingualism as a resource, and the way of dealing with resources is kind of related to sustainability. 4 different projects that are intertwined, and in these projects there is research done about special topics. I won't present any findings because we want to concentrate on really interacting and workshopping here. So it's not a proper presentation. Just to give you impressions about our multilingualism team, there are a lot of people from the University of Hamburg involved in this research, and it's actually trying to view multilingualism and sustainability and the relation between both from an interdisciplinary viewpoint and an integrative analysis of multilingualism in pilot studies to explore the opportunities of systematic and sustainable use for universities, because language skills are an important means for everyone and for universities especially to deal with sustainability topics. You can see these here. Also, more information on this project you can find here. I'm skipping that and just jumping into the topic of multilingualism and sustainability seen from some other point of view. Because when we started to translate our brochures and everything into English, for example, we realized that it's not necessarily the same thing if you're talking about sustainability and Nachhaltigkeit in German. And we wondered if there might be really differences in the thing you associate with the notion of sustainability, if you hear it in your mother language, if you hear it in English, or whatever other language you speak. So we tried to collect different the sustainability-related word in a lot of languages. So of course we do have sustainabilidad, durabilité. I personally really love bærekraft, which is Norwegian, and has to do with strength. It's an association that comes along with strength. So there are different meanings of sustainability and different associations that are related to sustainability, and we are trying to find out what these associations are in different languages. And of course, there's always an individual point of view on that too. So there comes a cultural and language background, and there comes an individual background that kind of needs to be connected and seen together. 2 weeks ago, there was this workshop and a conference on with linguists actually on the topic of multilingualism and sustainability. And one guy from the Netherlands actually was really amused about the fact that the German word for sustainability is Nachhaltigkeit. I don't exactly know why, but it probably sounded funny or whatever. I have prepared kind of a working sheet that you might use to reflect on some questions about your personal understanding of sustainability and the associations that for you come along with sustainability. And we want to share the ideas on that later on. So we'll take some minutes that everyone can just reflect on this, and then we'll talk about it. But before, I'd like to go out with you and kind of build a world map to introduce ourselves a little bit and using the space. I mean, we were talking about in the session before lunch about using space, and of course for architects and urban planners, using space, and that's kind of natural thing to do. But on the other hand, we are used to at university, especially, we are used to just sitting there and listening to something, and it's completely different, even from a psychological point of view, because I'm a psychologist, to experience the things and to move around. So there are methodologies or methods from social metrics, for example. So where people are, using the room they stand in to pay themselves towards each other and depict relationships and everything. So we kind of try that out.